Hello guys and welcome here to Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway for the 8th race of the Jello Cup Series season under the lights here. As once again this is race number 8. This is the Worldwide Technology 500 here from Gateway. First time in Jello Cup Series history we've ever run this track, so it should be a thriller. I mean, the Xfinity race, or not the Xfinity, the Carvana race was pretty entertaining from here. So, if that's any indication, we could be in for a good show here today with the Jello Cup Series regulars. Starting on the pole will be Jean Sanford. She's already won a race this season at Nashville. To her outside is Casey Naneko in the number 38. But one guy to watch in third, he came in second last race after some pit strategy with his teammate Mitchell Collins. That is Dylan Young. It'll be interesting to see what he is able to do as we work our way through this race. Yeah, reminder, we've had 7 different winners so far this season. It's been an entertaining one. Can we see a bit of the same today? We're just a few short moments away from finding that out, as this is the Jello Cup Series. This is race number 8. Let's roll the intro. We'll be right back with the Worldwide Technology 500 here at Gateway.
Through turn 4. Just 24 head up. It's going to be a drag race to the line. We're going down the front stretch. Wins the race at Coda. Ryan Knox at Watkins Glen. 7. Got this. All right. Ryan got this.
Here we go. We're getting ready to get going here, as it'll be Jean Sanford and Casey Naneko. Now keep in mind, this is a track normally run by the Gander Outdoors Truck Series. It is also run by the NTT IndyCar Series. So we'll see how these Cup cars adjust to this track, as the Xfinity used to run here too. A 1.25 mile oval, as it'll be Jean Sanford, Casey Naneko. Green flag is out. We're underway at Gateway. This is going to be one of the longer races on the circuit, so hope you guys grab some popcorn, quick snack, maybe a nice cold beverage. We're going to be here a while. As Jean Sanford shot out of a cannon on that first lap, she's got a 7/10 of a second lead across the line. She leads the opening lap. Dylan Young cleared for second, was battling, or for third. He was battling for second, just couldn't get there on that inside line. Again, this is one of the longer races of the season here at Gateway for the first time ever in Jello Cup Series history. Of course, Carvana, we mentioned already, ran this track. We got a spin behind, and it is the 4 of Zach Fitzwater. It is a huge wreck. Mitchell Collins is involved too. He's got heavy damage, but Zach Fitzwater completely destroyed. See there, Charles Sanford trying to hang on to it in the grass. The 6 of Trevor Collins as well. Patrick Smith. Austin Shaw is involved too. Possibly Diego Yepes too. Already an early caution here, as leaders will make early stops. See, that's the pit access road right there. That is the road those drivers will have to go down if they want to commit to the pit lane. And already on lap 4, opening stops. Oh, Patrick Smith's got a lot of damage too, so we'll see what happens at 35. He had a bad result over at Dover. Was hoping to rebound. Of course, we mentioned Zach Fitzwater last race. He was so close to victory, and now he's got a lot of work to do as well. See a lot of 2-tire stops, and the 3 of Nathan Faden will win the race off. Let's go see what happened. The 2 that were battling so hard for the runner-up last race get involved in this wreck. Nonigan Scott, Zach Fitzwater. See out of the corner. So it looks like the 15's not letting up. That's just not smart racing for the opening laps here. And he basically hooks the 4, sends him around, ends his day. Right there, and you just see everybody's plowing into this wreck. Tim Horton, Scott Upton there. Who entered this race 2 points back of the points lead. And a tough break for Zach Fitzwater and others. Let's take you back to the green. Welcome back. 4 guys are out of this race. Mitchell Collins being one. He was your most recent race winner. That is a tough break. Trevor Collins, too, is out of this race, as well as Austin Shaw and Zach Fitzwater. Tough break for all 4 of them involved in that, or heavily involved in that wreck. You see Diego Yepes and Patrick Smith also with damage out of that. They are both multiple laps down. It is Nate Faden, though, leading the race after that cycle stops. Frodemar Otson second. Brad Stover third. Gene Sanford fourth. Carter Joey fifth. Dylan Young sixth. Tim Randolph seventh. Samet Ozkan eighth. Nonigan Scott ninth. Casey Naneko rounds out your top 10. And then your point leader, Jeff Scott, is in 11th as we're back underway. I imagine that Zach Fitzwater will have some choice words for Nonigan Scott, who's running in the top 10 right now. As you see, already 2 wide behind him. Meanwhile, Nate Faden trying to pull away. He has had a rough start to the season. So has Eric Faden after his win at Las Vegas. Where is the 8? So the 8 is currently running 16th. He's 31st in the points entering this race and in danger of falling outside of that top 33. So not good for them to start the season. And Nate Faden hoping to get things turned around for that 3 team who has struggled mightily to open the new campaign. Here comes the 1. Frodemar Otts looking to challenge for the lead. Out of turn 2, he's got to run. Up ahead, though, Steve Morgan. That's lap traffic. And Frodemar Otts also not talked about much this season so far. He would like to finally hit victory lane. Steal one today. As mentioned last race, this is the final race of the week here. A week full of three, with 3 of the 4 being night races. And then obviously the 1 day race in there. Next race we go to Martinsville. And that'll kick off the new week. Then we'll go to Milwaukee, Talladega, and Charlotte for a double points race, the Coca-Cola 600. That will round out next week. After that, we'll go to Michigan, Richmond, Kentucky, and Pigs Creek. That's all coming up in the schedule before our first road course of the season, race number 17 at Road America. The first time we will ever visit that road course out in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. We had a battle for second that we missed while we were reading that off. You see Jean Sanford now moves up to second. Keep in mind, for Jean Sanford, she is setting her sights on a second win this season. She has a lot at stake for that. She already won a race earlier this week. This would be career win number 4 for her. She won at Nashville. She wins today. Second win of the season, 4th of her career. So she knows that. She wants to be in that good company. We'll see. She's closing pretty rapidly on the number 3. Again, we got a long race ahead of us. Up here she goes. She puts the bumper almost to the corner of that number 3 and decided to lift. She knows she's got such a faster car, or a much faster car than the 3. And here we go. We're going to have ourselves another battle setting up here. Now, we mentioned that today would be Jean Sanford's 4th career win if she could get the job done. For Nate Faden, this could put him tied for 3rd or 2nd, essentially, with his 5th career win. But right now, it's a side-by-side battle, and again, Jean Sanford will be respectful, and she will lift to not run over the 3 on corner exit. It's just about respect right now. She knows that. She knows she doesn't want to run over the 3. And again, she'll lift. I don't know how much nicer she's going to be about it. So I guess for the 3 team, they should just be grateful. Just keep in mind that 1 of Frota Marat's is closing. And if Jean Sanford doesn't make a move eventually, that 1 is going to pounce on her. And you see, they're coming to the pit lane. And this will leave Ben Crouch on the racetrack. He will scoop up the race lead. Another guy kind of off to a slow start. He'd love to get things going here. No, he will pit. along with Usman Hamid, I believe, as Usman is in second. Charles Sanford's in third. Rihanna G stayed out. He's in fourth, but he's got a little buckle on the hood there. Don't know if it's from the earlier crash or if he got involved in something. My guess would be that he got involved in something. Look out. Ben Crouch is stuck on the... Keep in mind, this is a narrow pit lane. And he was struggling there. He got caught in a lot of traffic on pit entry. Gene Sanford got swallowed up on that pit exit. Must have been a bad pit stop for the 53 team as Nate Faden goes back to the race lead. Nonigan Scott just went to third. That's Carter Joey, I believe. Looking for fourth. And now third. Boy, did he stick it. He's going to probably go 2 for 1. And indeed he will. So move Carter Joey to third for the time being. And not quite, because Nonigan Scott able to brake a little later on the high side. And there we go. He should be able to clear here. Will Gene Sanford be able to get by? I don't think so this time, but Carter Joey will get to third. Keep an eye on this. Nonigan Scott will hang on to fourth. Gene Sanford in fifth there. We're trying to keep an eye on this, see if another battle starts brewing. Doesn't look like it this time. But I guess since kind of already took you through the top 5, we should take you through the rest of the field. So Nate Faden is your race leader. Frodo Maratz is in second. Carter Joey, we mentioned, in third. Nonigan Scott in fourth. Gene Sanford fifth. Casey Naneko in sixth. Matt Hussey is in seventh, your Phoenix winner. Ben Crouch is in eighth. Usman Hamid is ninth. 10th is Tim Randolph. 11th is Charles Sanford. He's also got a little buckle on the hood there. 12th is Max Anderson. 13th is Dan Hummel. 14th is Anthony Logan. He lost a few spots on that lap. Dylan Young fell to 15th after starting in third. 16th is Rihanna G. 17th is Tyler Faden. 18th is Jeff Scott. 19th is Dick Clark. And in 20th is Giorgio Stumu. That is through the field. As our attention goes back up front. And look at Nate Faden. That lead is just growing for him. 4 seconds back to Frodemar Otts. We'll see. Can Frodemar Otts close any little bit? Can help him right now. He didn't lose a whole lot that lap. Right behind him, it looks like a battle for third is starting to heat up. Carter Joey and Nonigan Scott there. Will they go? No, they won't go side by side. Ooh, 15 had to lift, and the 53 wasn't having it. right up to the bumper of the 15. So you know Gene Sanford's not messing around. At least not anymore, Gene Sanford isn't. Do you blame her? She lifted just a little bit and then allowed Nate Faden to keep this lead. And Nathan Faden has a pretty sizable advantage now. So you gotta imagine that she's probably beating herself up over that. Oh, 15 tried to drive it in deep. And had to lift to help Carter Joey there. And look at that. Gene Sanford gets a nose underneath the 15. And it's not going to be enough this time again. She plays nice. And how much more is she going to do? Because keep in mind, she can't be playing nice all the time with these guys. She's got to start being more aggressive if she wants a chance at this race lead. Or at least to get further up the grid. Up ahead, Nathan Faden just lapped the 77. That's Diego Yepes. And Carter Joey looking for second on Froda Maratz. They're going to go side by side down the front stretch. And I believe the 95 is going to get it this lap. No. It's going to be the one of Froda Maratz. That inside lane, it's working pretty well for Carter Joey. Out of turn 2. He's going to have to full send it down into turns 3 and 4, and he won't be able to, I don't think, because it looks like Froda Maratz has the position. So Froda Maratz hangs on for the time being. And now the lead has grown to 6.4. Almost 6.5. Look at this. Charles Sanford is really starting to eat up some of these positions. He gets 2 of them so far this lap. Make that 1 position he grabbed this lap. Almost had 2. But Charles Sanford moves into the top 10. Keep an eye on him. Oh, someone blew up ahead. It's Nate Faden. The race leader has blown his engine. Oh my. A turn of events here as the caution is out. Maybe the 32, Hillary Sanchez, but I wonder what happened to Nate Faden. His engine is just blown right now. His day is done after leading the most laps in this race. That is a tough break to go out like that as the race leader, nonetheless. Let's go see what happened after the cyclist stops. See, Hillary Sanchez is out and away. Dylan Young is in. Yeah, Nate Faden's day is done. And you see the ones being held up. And Carter Joey will win the race off. Let's go see what happened. As you see, the 3 has an engine issue. That ended his day. But let's go get a replay of what happened. So Rihanna G tried to go high, and it looks like, Giorgio Stumu tried to go high. Rihanna G was there already. Just 2 drivers fighting for the same real estate. Rihanna G did not lift, so I imagine Giorgio Stumu will not be very happy. Neither will Rion Aji. But watch this. Nate Faden. Let's actually back this up and see if we can listen. But he blew up on basically on his own right there. And yep, that's where the engine expires out of turns 3 and 4. Coming back to the caution. That is a tough break for Nathan Faden. He was having such an impressive race going for him. He will lead the most laps, though, and he will get, I believe, the 2 bonus points. So that should help him out in the points a little bit. Kind of lessen the blow, but obviously the damage is done for him. Carter Joey will lead us back to the green when we come back. Welcome back. We mentioned again Nate Faden engine issues. His day's done. Steve Morgan looks like a fuel pump issue for him. His day is also done. But it'll be Carter Joey, Nonigan Scott, Gene Sanford, Frodemar Ott, Casey Naneko. That's your top 5. Then it's Ben Crouch, Usman Hamid, Zach Hussey, Charles Sanford, and Max Anderson, your top 10. So we're back underway. Carter Joey goes low to block the momentum from the 15. Will it be enough? See there, they're going to get around the 35 of Patrick Smith, heavily damaged. And Carter Joey gets away for the time being. But look ahead, that's Hillary Sanchez, another lapped vehicle. Maybe trying to get her lap back. So it's not over for Hillary Sanchez yet. 3 wide back there. Patrick Smith making things a little tight in that battle. See there, he's just trying to stay out of everybody's way, but it's not working very well for him. Up front, though, we might have a battle for the lead. Is Carter Joey and Nonigan Scott going to battle it out? Nonigan Scott going to go low. Carter Joey is going to shut that door. He's going to block. And he will hang on to the race lead for the time being. Toyota has not had a strong start here on the Jello Cup circuit so far, so they are looking to turn things around. They got a lot of work to do. A win would be a good start for them. As you see back behind, there's a battle for second. Nonigan Scott and Frodemar Ott. And looks like Casey Naneko's going to go high and maybe take that position away from Frodemar Ott. No, Otts will hang on for the time being, as he will now set his sights on second once again. Things settle out for that position. Back behind them, there's a battle for sixth, and it's between Usman Hamid and the 19 of Ben Crouch. And right behind them is the point leader, Jeff Scott, trying to make up some positions, get some good points. Keep in mind, in this series, the regular season champ will make the playoffs. A change from the past, where the regular season champ has missed the playoffs in the past if they didn't win a race. So Jeff Scott, obviously we got a long ways to go before the playoffs start. But he's obviously thinking big picture here, trying to get as many positions as he can so far. But all 3 Rick Ware Racing vehicles in the top 10, and that's just phenomenal. Up front, though, we missed a battle for second, and Frodemar Ott will reclaim the position. Now Casey Naneko looking for it, and will take third. Casey Naneko having a good day going. Back behind them. Usman Hamid keeps 6th. But look who's trying to follow. That's his teammate, Jeff Scott. Move him up to 7th. And move the 96 of Charles Sanford up to 8th. Ben Crouch losing some positions in the late stages here. Now Max Anderson will try to follow. Ben Crouch just needs to find a way to get back to the bottom. He can't. His car not handling very well in the outside lane. You saw there, Jeff Scott went up to 6th. Maybe a little bit of teammate courtesy there, letting his teammate go. As now Rick Ware Racing 5th, 6th, and 7th on the track. Can Jeff Scott crawl into the top 5 before the end of this? Keep in mind that car last season. I remind you again, that car last season was Richard Kinghart's. Richard Kinghart not a part of the series this season. But Jeff's got big shoes to fill over there. So far doing pretty well. Behind the wheels, see Gene Sanford trying to get that 3rd position away, or 4th position away rather, from the 15. And now her and her teammate are going to go side by side entering turn 1. Jeff Scott has it for the time being. So Jeff Scott moves up to 4th, or 5th rather. Now he sets his sights on 4th. He goes to the inside. That 51 is really, really good right now. Keep an eye on this. As there goes Jeff Scott to the inside. He's going to take the position away from Nonigan Scott. The 51 is rolling right now. As we have pit stops. Keep an eye on this. This is likely the money stop for a handful of these guys. Oh, we got a wreck behind. 41 Stacy Stickler, 25 of Dan Hummel. They spin. Does it bring out a caution? Yes, it does. And Mohammed Zain Abdullah will get the race lead out of this. But keep in mind, Mohammed Zain Abdullah is going to have to pit, so this puts him at a disadvantage. This will put him well behind the race leaders. So really, if we're keeping track of anything, that is a tough break for Mohammed Zain Abdullah. Is now he needs to let the pace car go by before he hits the pit lane, or that's going to be a penalty for him. There we go. Let's go see what happened. Wondering if there's some something that might have led up to this, because this is just weird. It looks like Dan Hummel slams on the brakes and essentially drives right over the 41. And that's where the 17 gets some damage, but he stays out. Actually pits. He actually just pitted. Again, that's going to hurt him. Tough break for the 25 and 41. Don't exactly know what happened. Maybe a little bit of heated discussion after that. We'll see. We'll be right back in just a moment. As we get ready for the restart, it'll be 10 laps of racing to go. Something we should keep in mind as we get going, it will be Carter Joey leading the race here. It'll be Frode Maratz in second, Casey Naneko in third. Keep an eye on this guy, though. 51, Jeff Scott. Oh, an issue for the 53 at Gene Sanford. She has to come to the pit lane. That's a tough break for them. But what I was going to say, keep an eye on this 51. He was flying on that last stint. And this track's hard to pass on once we get into the longer stages. But keep an eye on that 51. He might have something as we go through the rest of this race. The green flag waves are back underway. And I don't believe Carter Joey has one career win yet. As here goes Frode Maratz to the inside. He wastes no time. Frode Maratz to the race lead. But will it be short-lived? It will not. He clears. And the 95 battling back on that outside. Side by side, exiting the corner. Caution is back out. Carter Joey hangs on to the lead. 77 Diego Yepes, the reason for the caution this time. And guess who moved to third? No, correction, he didn't. I thought Jeff Scott might have gotten third. He didn't. That would have been something. Let's go see what happened. I had said there's going to be a lot of angry drivers at the end of this race. You can add Diego Yepes to that list. He clearly just gets pushed into the corner by the 8 of Eric Faden. And Eric Faden ends up getting something out of this too. He didn't quite get out of the woods there until he gets frustrated with the 77, turns him into the wall. And Diego Yepes and Eric Faden may also be another pairing that might fight after this race. Oh man, it's under the lights. Is this full moon? I don't know. We're going to have to check, see if we got a full moon tonight as we go back to the green in just a moment. Here we go. If you've been watching this long production of the Jello Cup Series on GCN, thank you for sticking around for the whole race. I did not anticipate that this was going to be longer than the Coke 600. So thank you guys for sticking around. I promise you next season we're going to be shortening the race by quite a bit. Carter Joey, Frode Maratz, could this be round 2 between them? You see the 53 is joining the list of cars out of the race. We'll only have 30 left. It'll be Carter Joey, Frode Maratz, Casey Naneko, Jeff Scott, and Usman Hamid coming to the green with 5 laps of racing to go. I imagine one of those 4 out of the top 5 will be one of the winners. Don't rule out Usman Hamid, though, as we're back underway. Usman Hamid makes a move on his teammate. Dives it in there. I don't think he liked hearing that he was essentially almost ruled out by me there on the restart. And it looks like Jeff Scott's going to hang on for the time being. He's got to be saying, come on, teammate, I got the points lead. Let me have this one, please. 4 laps of racing to go. And this battle for 4th is not over yet. In fact, it's become a battle for 5th now. As Max Anderson to the high side, and this is going to hurt him. And it hurt Jeff Scott's chances at a win. Carter Joey, meanwhile, holds on to the race lead. Don't rule the 1 out, though. Frode Maratz is battling hard right now in that number 1. He wants a win. I don't believe he's got even one career Jello Cup Series win. He does have a Carvana Wild Card Series victory, and that came at Sonoma. Oh, Chris Smith is going to be in front of these guys. This is not good. Chris Smith could decide the winner of this race. See there, the 95 at the lift. We got a battle for 2nd. And Casey Naneko does not have it that time. 2 laps of racing to go. There goes Carter Joey. He dives it in there. They're going to go side by side down the backstretch. And keep in mind, Chris Smith, that's the teammate to Frode Marat. This could get interesting. And he's not going to let the 95 by as we come to the white flag. Could we have a last lap pass for the win? Frode Marat's to the high side. And he had to lift. That'll take him out of this race. This should hand the win to Carter Joey. Oh no, Carter Joey has to lift. And now he'll try to make his move. To turn 4. Carter Joey is going to win at Gateway. And just when you thought he'd give it up, he proves you wrong. Carter Joey wins today. How's about Casey Naneko coming home in 3rd? But Frode Marat's coming home in 2nd. Jeff Scott takes 4th. And he should expand on that points lead a little bit. And a good run for Tim Horton, too, after a win over at Auto Club last week. He hasn't been too great since that. So, good rebounding race for him in 6th. And we want to thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this nice long weekend. But obviously, don't forget to check out GCN Friday Night Gaming. That'll be coming to you this week. I don't know what game it is yet, but I imagine it'll be something good. Happy Memorial Day to you all. We'll see you back here, I believe, on Monday. Until then, here come your results and standings. Goodbye, everyone.